Okay, today is September 19th, 2015. September 19th, 2015. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the images and the points and then the audio. Well, I can make the audio a different video altogether. So what I'm going to do is go a little bit backwards. I had to make another image and start over. So let's go over the images. Okay. The first image you would have seen is something like, the first image I saw was something like this. Something like this right here. And it was a dog sniffing around chili. This reminds me of the twin or the one with the pattern that took the flute. And he ended up with this thing on his head. Okay? Thing on his head. So I guess the dog was looking out for the chili, the demon in Chile, the one in the Chile area. Okay? This is important, but just not as of yet. We'll go over that in a second. So just imagine you get a vision and you see this huge dog and he's sniffing at Chile area, okay, on the map. All right. Next image, I got a vision something like this, and it was a man ready for a fight. Now this has to do with the Scott Klein demon, who had supposed to have been living the life path of Yehoshua or Jesus, and and he stole my life path and wasn't supposed to do that, and I was going to change everything, but he stole my life path. And something else was, he's supposed to be all good and everybody like him, and I was supposed to play the role of the fallen. We weren't going to do that. And since I command everything to go south of the Lord Yahweh, this was really more about, this has nothing to do with me. It's this guy took his own pathogen. For example, whatever you take, whatever you do, and you're not supposed to do it, a pathogen comes with it. So just imagine this. You're going to school. And as long as you're in school, everything's okay. But when you go out and do anything outside the scope of what you're supposed to do in class, you get arrested by the police, okay? So let's say you're in school, and then you go to a house next door and rob it. Or go to a house a couple of down that, and you burn it down. And you're doing all this stuff. But you don't think it's bad at first. But when it's brought to light that what you did was wrong, that pathogen comes with it. Okay, so you thought you weren't going to never get caught, but that ass is getting caught. So next image, I got a vision something like this, and this is a man down. Also, I'm pointing out it was a sunset here. So this guy's not getting up. Next image, I got a vision something like this, and this was like all black here, okay? Everything was black, and this was like a demonic white penis, and they were semen. This was all semen, okay? Semen. And I got the understanding that he was trying to screw my consciousness and blow loads in my consciousness. So this guy that was playing this Jesus demon or this Yehoshua demon and stole this life path was basically blowing loads in my consciousness, okay? And that's just not good, okay? I'm not down with that at all, okay? You might have like someone having semen go into your consciousness, but I'm not with that. Okay, next image. Now, with regard to this guy, he basically stole a house, okay? And what I did was I was in this cube and came out and found out this guy, he took that house. This is what he took. This is what he accepted. This Jesus demon twin, or this Jesus demon guy, also found out that it was somebody Caucasian that took that was ruling them all or leading them all, okay? A white man was leading them all. But this guy, he took a house that was not his. And that was something like, oh, you abandoned the house. It don't make a difference. If you don't own that damn house, you don't need to be in there. Plain and simple. So it was a huge, it looked like it was in outer space, and some kind of pinkish stuff was right in this area, and this right hand was going to take this. So he's basically screwed because he couldn't get out that house, and that right hand was there, and he was going to take that. So this is what that Jesus demon took. He took this house right there, and it's just not good at all. Okay, let's go to the next image. I got a vision something like this. And basically it was, you know what those nuclear power plants look like they have this shape. Well, it's the sun setting on this, and the nuclear power plant had a pentagram on it. So pentagram on nuclear power plant and sunset. So this is demonic, and it's going away likewise. Okay, sunset on that. Okay, next image. I got a vision, and imagine these are my feet. This is my left arm right here, and I was putting red sweat clothes on a hook. There was a hook right here, and then I ended up putting them on this top hook right here. And the clothes were more like maroon. Okay, this could go into the macaques, those hominids men, or that were fighting on that red planet. This, which could also be Mars. I'm not really for sure, but just it's something like that. Okay, and when I looked to my right, I saw this goat right here. There was a goat just standing by my right, just to my right. Okay, so you got the red, maroon, or maroon sweat clothes on the hook, and it's coming off now. And then you have the goat to the right. Next image. I got a vision something like this, and this guy was leaving this house, and he had this goat on a leash, and I found out that this goat now has to do with the Catholics now. Okay, so the Catholics have to take care of him or deal with this goat guy now. Okay, or whoever this goat is, the Catholics have to deal with it, plain and simple. All right, and this guy, and after that, I got a vision of a woman, and she had a baby that was way too big. It was not normal size. Let me show you, explain to you. Okay, just imagine that you got a woman like about this size, and she has a baby with a head like this. So you can tell this baby is too big. Baby, too big. And this woman was running around, running with this baby, and there was corn. There was corn. There was the cornfield right there. But this was like a road she was running down, okay? But you can definitely tell, just in the proportions, that a woman this size should not be having a baby this size. Do you see the difference? Can you see the portions difference? This baby is too big for her. She should not have had this kid. She did not give birth to this kid. Where did this kid come from? Can you just see the measurements, the difference in size here? Okay? This baby would grow up to be like fucking giant, because this is like an infant, and this woman is a full-grown woman. See what I'm saying? Do you see the problem here? Okay. Next image. We come here. Okay. And basically what I found out was I got a vision something like this. And this is a sphere demon. And it has a hole in the bottom. Okay. A hole in the bottom. And it wanted to get bigger. Okay. It wanted to get bigger. So it put a... Okay. So this sphere right here with the hole in the bottom, it wanted to get bigger. So it took a piece of shit and put it inside of it, and then they put this pathogen on it, because this sphere wanted to get big. And let me show you, give you a point of understanding, okay? That sphere was like about this size right here, okay? And these spheres were right beside it. So these spheres wanted to get as big as these spheres right here. All right, and there's some information about that, okay? So I got basically the understanding is one of these two spheres back here is a pig demon and then a sphere head or something like that. But I think this relates to the Komodo dragon and the serpent and then the monkey man here, okay? So all these things, no matter what you do, just remember that this thing is pointing out that this triad of spheres are not in these two spheres, but was coming this way, and they wanted to be as big as these two, okay? They wanted to be as big as these. All right, I think you got the understanding, okay? But this is the pathogen right here. So even though that it wanted to get big as the other ones, it still took, it didn't realize it wasn't supposed to be like that. And basically this is like an infection, okay? Imagine that you want to get bigger, so what you're going to do is you're going to put feces in your mouth. You want to get smarter, so you put feces in your mouth. It don't work that way. Next image. I got a vision of something like this, and this is a Redskins helmet. And basically, when this twin, he wanted to play the games, so he took a Redskins helmet. He took a Redskins helmet, and then a woman on a bike showed up, and to get rid of her, he had to take something else, like football, okay? Think football. And then he became, what was it? The omnipresent offer. So the the guy and the girl were clear, okay? Clear, but you could tell they were there. It was that omnipresent offer. And he's dragging her off, dragging her. But then you would have the Komodo dragon, the serpent, and the monkey man governments, okay? So it's still bad, okay? And the last image is right here. Is basically the last image I got. And before I get this, I had a vision where I was trying to put a key in this golden watch on my left wrist, and it did not work. And then it was like I'm trying to unlock time. And then I finally got this vision right here, and this is a stegosaurus and an egg. And I found out that life unlocks itself. Life unlocks itself, and there's no need to try and force it. So it's almost like if you take this stegosaurus baby and you open up the shell for it, then it's going to be premature coming out, and it's not going to be what it's supposed to be. So it's going to be bad. Now there's a few more points about this stegosaurus. One, I'm not an animal, and I'm not this stegosaurus, okay? Stegosauruses have spikes on their tail, and if we remember the, what was it? The Triceratops, he had spikes on his head, and then when he went into the light from the darkness, he didn't have any spikes on his head. This one is going to have spikes on his tail. It's just part of what they are. Also, I got a vision a while ago about the beast of, not a beast of Revelation, but one of the beasts in the book of Daniel. One of the beasts in the book of Daniel, or it's one of the beasts breathing life into the beast. It's in one of these books that the Jehovah's Witness has, and it has a gray foot. It's the gray beast. Well, this could also be that. So all animals are governments, and I'm not supporting any of these governments. So all this right here, this government right here, would breathe life into all this other demonic shit. Okay, so we just keep it moving. We're gonna find out what Yahweh wants to do and keep it moving from there. So that's basically generally it. I got way more stuff, but I'm gonna have to shoot that on another cell phone because my laptop is busted right now, and I'll be doing images like this for a while. So let's just keep it moving, find out what Yahweh wants to do. I'm the one that does not know. Okay, so let's see here. So you see it. Definitely believe in nuclear power is demonic. We're not supposed to be utilizing that. And just a real quickie. This is important. Okay. All right. Catch you later.